Hello everybody, welcome back again to the another new video. So in this video we are basically gonna solve a live CTF machine on Tryhackme named Lookup, where you can see on the screen here is the machine named Lookup, which is a easy level machine and is a boot to root machine which we're gonna solve in this video. But before deep dive into the video, if you are new in this channel, then make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon, and if you like the content, don't forget to hit the like button. So let's get started. So basically, as per the machine's instruction, here you can read this machine focuses on enumeration and real world vulnerabilities, reconnaissance, and hidden services, subdomain enumeration, and privilege escalation, command injection, like other interesting vulnerabilities. But before starting the machine, make sure to connect your OpenVPN. I already have connected the OpenVPN, so I am gonna start the machine. And as you can see, I have already started the machine. Here is my target IP address, and I am gonna start my reconnaissance now. So the first step of any hacking is, as you know, which is reconnaissance, or network information gathering, or you can say scanning. So I am using the tool Nmap to scan network information such as Nmap, and then -V for verbose output, and -S and V, and then space the IP address and hit enter. And just wait a few seconds for the output. And if you don't know how this Nmap is working and about Nmap, then you can watch my previous video. I have made total 2 video where I have elaborated on Nmap, how this is work, and all of this command here you can see in the description, is in the link below. So now, as you can see, our Nmap output is here. Here you can see on our target there is a port 22 and 80 is open. Port 22 is for SSH and 80 is for HTTP. So basically there is a HTTP service, or you can say there is a web service which is running on port 80. If we just paste the IP address and hit enter, then let us just wait some time and it will give the result. So let me just add my IP address to the host file path on my Linux machine. So just type the command sudo then nano /etc/host. Now I am hitting my password, enter, and here's the lookup.thm IP address which I already have set before, and I'm just changing it as because that machine has been reset to a new IP address. That because I'm changing it. So just give enter, and just in the URL bar open a new tab and hit lookup.thm. So finally, as you can see here, after looking at the domain name lookup.thm, here is a basic login form, which is where you can is a attack surface you can consider here. So like this boot to root machine, every single page is often considered as a attack surface. So if there is a login from them, there might be multiple vulnerabilities here, such as SQL injection, OS command injection, and too many other things are there. But the basic thing, which is called password brute force, if there is no such mechanism such as brute force rate limit protection, then we can just simply brute force username and password to discover and to log into the application. So let me just try some simple password, such as a common password where you can use it, admin, and just admin and hit enter, and you can see a wrong password. Please try again, redirect in 3 seconds. Basically it is saying that it's a wrong password. We can try some other password, such as such username such as Bob, and password such as password and hit enter. And you can see here wrong username or password, please try again. So as you can see here, all the username or password which we have entered are getting error message which is saying it's a wrong credential. So if you have observed the error message, then there is a quite little difference between the two error message which we have gotten. As you can see, I'm giving you a quick demo. Again, you can see here admin and admin. Whenever I click admin and admin, here is only the wrong password error message. If I just use some other like Bob and password is something like this, then the error message is quite different. You can see wrong username or password. That simply indicate that the admin user is exist on the web application. As it is only showing that the password is only incorrect, then it simply indicate that the admin user is exist on this web application. So we can just simply brute force on admin account, as we already have gotten as we already have know that admin user is exist from the error message we got to know that. So let us just try to brute force password for the admin user. So as you can see here, we are on our Kali Linux terminal and I am using the tool Hydra to brute force the admin user's credential. So let us just hit the command Hydra -L and the admin, and it is the basically full command of Hydra. You can just copy here, or you can note down here and just hit enter. After hitting enter, the Hydra tool will basically brute force all the possible credentials from the word list to log into the admin user's account. So it may take some time depending on the longevity of the word list file, basically, or your network connection. So you just have to wait. So here just let me clear one thing, that there might be a couple of way to solve a particular lab, as there might be different types of vulnerability on this system. Depending on your skill, you have to enumerate and find different attack surface as per your skill. So you can solve this lab in a different way. I'm solving it in a different way. That might that totally depend on your skill, basically. And yeah, there might be also other users present on the system, on the server. You can also use to enumerate other usernames. If you can find some other username, then there might be a login credential of them, then you can discover. That totally depend on your skill and your patience level. Another thing which you can try is for subdomain enumeration, which is you can use a FUF-like tool to enumerate subdomain. There are also many other tools such as AMAS and Dirbuster, and there are such as many tools out there you can use to enumerate subdomains. If you are lucky, then you can find subdomains also. So I think this process is taking too much time as I expected. So let us just try in a new way. So let this password cracking process run in the background, and let us move to a new terminal over here. And so let me just try to find some other username. If I can find some other username expect the admin, then it might be possible to crack their password. So I have written a simple Python script to automate this process, the process of brute force, which is here you can see the brute.py file is over here. If I just show you the brute.file's content, then you can see here is a simple Python script to brute force the login page named lookup.thm. So now let me just run the Python script, which is the command you can follow here. python3 brute.py and just hit enter and wait for the result. But yeah, after finally so many login attempts, we have gathered the password, the correct password of the admin account user. Here you can see here. So let us just try to log in by the admin user on the web application. So let me just copy the password over here and hit enter. The username is admin and trying to log in. So entering that password is also resulting the wrong credential error message, as because I think the result or the result we have gotten from our Hydra tool is the false positive result. So let us try then in a new way to discover by discovering a new username. So as you can see here, my tool brute.py is running over here, and it has found a username which is admin. And let us just wait some few minutes for the completion of the tool of the process. If it found some other username, which we will try for the further to brute force. So by using these kind of tools such as Hydra, an automated tool for password cracking, please be cautious that these tools might be result in false positive result. So don't depend on this tool always. Try to manually do all the things, as I have written this Python script over here to automate some task. So don't rely on this tool for the accuracy. So finally, as you can see over here, the another username we have found, which is named Joss. So we can try to brute force using Hydra for the username Joss. Let us just replace the admin username by Joss. Hit enter, and again it will gonna take some time. Oh, sorry, I think I have given the wrong password file list, which is user share word list. Word list and then rawq.txt and hit enter. Again it will gonna too much time depending on the process speed of the CPU and the lengthy of the rawq.txt. So it might take some time. I am just going to pause the video. Just wait what will gonna happen, and if we got the access of password, then we can log into the web application. The initial foothold will be completed over here. So let us just wait. So finally, as you can see over here, the password we are found for the username Joss, which is password 123. Just let me just copy it and just hit enter in the password field and type the username Joss and hit enter. So as you can see over here, there is after entering the username and password, this site is basically redirecting to another subdomain, which is files.lookup.thm. If you look at the URL path over here, then you can easily identify that this, after logging to the web application using the credential we have found, the site is basically redirecting to another subdomain, which is files.lookup.thm. So let us just copy this domain name, or you can say the subdomain name, and paste it on our host file on our Linux machine, so that it can resolve the host name to give the website access. So type the command sudo nano etc host. Let me just hit my password, and here over after lookup.thm, I am here pasting the subdomain, which is files.lookup.thm, and hit enter and save it. So after making changes to the etc host file, you can see over here our files.lookup.thm subdomain is live now, and I am zooming it. You can see here is a couple of files, which is adm.txt, admin.txt, administrator.txt, and so many files out there, which may be the server configuration file over here. As you can see, if I go to look for the technology used in the web application over here using my tool Webalizer, then you can see there is a Apache server, which version is a 2.4.41, and the CDN is Cloudflare, and the operating system is Ubuntu, and so many things are there, which is a JavaScript library, the programming language which is used over here, which is PHP, and so many interesting things out there. So if I try to open some of the files over here, which is admin.txt, then you can see there is no such interesting or juicy information which will gonna help us to solve this lab. Let us just open a new file. Let me just choose the mysql.txt, and you can see here is some of the information, which is acceleration Rotterdam, which may be the username of the database administrator or the database user. But let me just check some other part of this application. I think this is something looking like a file manager on the server. Let me just check if I can find the exact version number of EL Finder. As you can see in the URL bar, this is the EL Finder file manager. If I go to the Google, then find EL Finder, ELFINDER. Just let me just keep what is EL Finder. Then you can see EL Finder is a web-based file manager that allow user to manage files and folders on a server. So basically EL Finder is a file manager. So let me just look for the exact version number of the file manager. If there is some kind of publicly available exploit out there, then we might be able to easily exploit the web application, and easily we will be compromise the server. So here is the, I think, help menu. Yeah, here you can see the about the software EL Finder. The version number of the EL Finder is 2.1.47. so as you have noticed here the version number, let me just check some other features out here if it could help us. So I don't think there might be some other juicy information over here, but here's a juicy information, which is EL Finder version number, which is 2.1.47. Let me just back to my terminal and open my search exploit for search exploit, then EL Finder 2. What was the version number? 2.1.47, then hit enter and just wait. And you can see here the EL Finder version number of 2.4.17 is vulnerable to some kind of PHP command injection vulnerable, which is also available on Metasploit. So it will gonna very easy for us, as this exploit is available on Metasploit, so it will automate all of our tasks, so it will be gonna easy. So let me just open my Metasploit framework by entering the command msf console over here and just hit enter, and you can see our Metasploit framework is loading. Just wait a couple of seconds. And here you can see our Metasploit framework has successfully been loaded. Just now just search search EL Finder. What was the version number? 2.1.47. Then just hit enter, and you can see the exploit over here. So just use it. Use 0. Then show options. If you are not familiar with Metasploit, then just comment down below. I will make a separate video on Metasploit, how to use it and how you can master in Metasploit. So let's just comment down over below. And we have to configure some of the options over here, which is the remote port of the application, which is by default set to the port 80, so we don't need to do that. And we just need to set the required option over here, which is target URI. We don't need to set that, which is lhost. So set port 0, which is my interface of my OpenVPN network interface. And the another thing is local port. Set 444. Let's just keep it as it is. So hit enter and then hit run to execute this command. I think I haven't set some of the option over here. Show options. Okay, yeah, we didn't have set the remote host IP address, which is our target IP address. So let's just copy the target IP address over here and set and paste the IP address and hit enter. After hitting enter, you have to run the exploit over here. So we just hit and hit enter, and here you can see. So I think I'd made some mistake over here, which is in my IP address of the remote host. So as you can see, the files.lookup.thm subdomain, I have to specify that subdomain particularly, as on the same IP address there is a two domain name, so I have to specify the specific subdomain over here, not the IP address. So set to files.lookup.thm, then hit enter, and just now again run this tool again, and you can see our exploit is running on the target system, and it is sending our payload to the victim machine. Let us just wait some time, and you can see the Metasploit session has been opened over here, and we have now got access to our target web server. So if you are not familiar with Metasploit shell, then just hit help over here. Then you can see all the commands for the Metasploit shell, which will help to exploit the system in a deeper way. So let us just gather first system information by hitting the command sysinfo sysinfo, and you can see over here the computer name is Lookup, the OS is Linux 5.4.0156 generic, and Metasploit. Let us now access to the shell or the terminal, you can say, by hitting the command shell. It will return the shell to our GUI interface, and you can see we have now got access to the shell over here. And let me just clear it. I think this command is not working, so let us check our current directory by hitting the command pwd, and you can see we are in a web directory or in a web folder. So let me just back to the default root folder by hitting a / and again we have to enter the command pwd, and you can see we are now in the root directory over here, and just hit ls-la to see all the files and folders on the root directory. As on all of the Linux system over here, it is the same as like the Linux system. So our first target is the user flag or the user.txt flag, and we all know that user flag is reside on the home directory of the user. So cd home, then pwd, and we are in a home directory. Then hit enter and ls, and there is a one user which name is think. So cd think to enter to the think users directory, and hit ls-la to see the files and folders inside the thing directory. And you can see over here the user.txt file is here. And but the interesting thing is we are now, let me just check who am I. And you can see we are www data, which is the default web user of any Linux web server. So we don't have any such not much of privileges to explore or to get the content of the user.txt file. If I hit enter cat then user.txt, then it will show permission denied. So as I expected, it is showing permission denied, and you can see over here we don't have permission. So we have to escalate our permission to get access to the user.txt file. In order to do that, we need to escalate our privilege, and from here our privilege escalation part has been started. In order to escalate our privilege from a regular default web user to a root user, or you can say in a legitimate user such as Think, we have to find some files with read permission, you can say the executable permission or write permission. If we find those types of file, then it will gonna easier for us to escalate our privilege. So in order to do that, let us give a command find, then the web directory, then the root directory. After that -perp with 4444, which is the read permission for all users. And after that we have to enter the command dev then null to redirect the error generated by the command find to the null folder, and hit enter and wait for the result. It is showing too many files with read permission, but we have to find the exact interesting permission which is required for this lab. So I don't think this will gonna helpful for us, but let me just give a new command to search for the default web users permission on the web users permission on some files. So if you have noticed in our enum result, there was a port 22 open, which was on the service of SSH, and we have now got access to the username, which is Think. As you can see, try another thing over here, which is to try to brute force for the SSH credential on using the tool Hydra. The command is as follows: Hydra hyphen kept small l and the username, which is Think, and then the password file, which is my pass.txt, and then we are brute forcing the SSH service. So over here, so SSH, then a semicolon, then // and after that we have to enter the target IP address over here. So let me just copy my target IP address, paste here, and the port, which is 22. You can just omit it, as it by default the SSH service run on 22 as it is taking. So hit enter. Sorry, just hit enter and wait. I think there was some syntax mistake, so let me just check. Oh yeah, I got it. I don't need to specify the port number over here. Just hit enter as it is and wait for the result. If it is, it will give some cracked password. Just wait. Watch. So let the process is going on background, and let us move to a new part of the privilege escalation. As you can see, we have found too many files over here, which has a read permission for other users, such as a www data. So after observing these files, I have found a file which is user has been directory, which name is pawn. This file basically got my attention is because this is an unusual file in any Linux system, and it is not common in other Linux system. So this file got my attention. So let's just check what is inside this file. Just cat and the file. I think that was a executable file. So let us just try by executing that particular file, as that file was under the user and as bin directory, so that might be a executable file. So just paste the file path and hit enter, and you can see over here I was correct. The file is an executable file, and it is running the id command to extract the username and the user id, which is my username in my case, which is www data, and the file path which is returning over here. And so from this output we can understood that after running the this command, the user has been an twf command. This is basically background executing the id command to extract the username of the current user, and it is finding the password file. And as because the www data's user's password file is not present in the home directory, then it is showing that the password is not found. But we can trick this file to extract the password of the think user which we have gotten. So in order to do that, we have to change the path variable as it is. So let me just check my path using the command echo then dollar path. You can see over here our path is the default path, like as in a system user local sbin. So let us trick it to the temp directory by using the command spot. The path is equal to /temp. Sorry, I think see here temp, then symbol path tip. And then if we try to echo the path, then you can see over here the temp directory is added. And now we can just cat then temp/id, then let us just make this command think I think the just have to replace www different data name with the actual user which is present in the system, which is thing, and then make a file or a executable file, and then paste it on the temp directory. Then let's just copy it, but before that will place the shebang line you will see, which is hashtag then exclamation mark /bin /bash, and then echo, and inside the echo command you have to put the copied text, make a copy of all of it, and then return to your shell. And after that go to your temp directory, which is pwd over here, and just hit and just save a file, make a file with the content. Make a file, I'm using the cat command over here, and the file name will be id. After that just paste the content of the file and writing this command successfully. You can see here we have gotten the password file list for the username think. So let us just copy this password over here. We just copy it in another file named overlist, or you can say password.txt to brute force SSH service. So make it sudo and .txt, paste it over here, save. After that, just have to enter the password file path. Sometime it can depend upon your CPU processing speed. So so as you can see over here, we have successfully got the password of the think user, which is this is the password. Let me just copy it and now try to log in using this credential. So you can follow this command SSH, then the username thing. After that, the domain name lookup.thm and hit enter. After that, a prompt will be show you. You have to type yes, then hit enter. Then it will ask for your password, which you have just copied. Just hit enter and hit enter. After hitting, and now you can see we are successfully on the SSH terminal, the user thing. So now we can type the command ls-la, and you can see here is the user.txt file, and just get user.txt over here, and here is our first flag. So let me just submit it as our first achievement or victory. And finally we have submitted it. Now let us move to our next privilege escalation part, which is the main part of our video, is we have to escalate our privileges to the root user. So for that, the first command, let me just check sudo -l. I'm typing this and just hit password enter. After that, you can I think I just copied the password where it was. Let me just copy the password again, which is yeah, this. Enter. After that, you can see by hitting the sudo -l, the think user has permission to run this command on behalf of a root user, the lock command. So let me just search this particular binary in GTF or bin for any further you can say privilege escalation vectors. I have to find it. So let me just search over here for what was that? It was lock L-O-L. Okay. And you can see there are three functions, which is file read, sudo, sudo bit, and sudo. So we just click on sudo, and you can see there are some privilege escalation vectors. So we just copy this particular command and hit enter and paste it and hit enter. But I think I did something wrong. Let me just check. So basically these things might not may not work in some case, as because I have to do it manually. So let me just copy the command path, and by using the command sudo and paste it. For that, let us see what is this use case of this look command. And here are some of the string files. Let me just check it a bit further. I think it will read some of the file over on this system. So let us just hit the command again, and now this time I will specify the password file path on the system which is etc/. SHADOW, shadow. And I think I did something wrong over here. Let me just check a little bit. Yeah, I have to basically specify the username over here, which is root. I have to specify basically the username. So just hit enter, and you can see I got the hash of root user, and I can now try to decode the hash. If I found this, then I just easily log it to the root user. So let me just copy the hash and see what I can do with these stuffs. But instead of doing this thing, this might not be work, as if the root user's password will be a hard-coded password or a difficult password or a strong password, then it might not crack the hash. But we can abuse this look command in a simple bash script to read the root.txt file which is present inside the root directory. So let me just show you what was the bash script, which is you can see this is the simple bash script which I am using, which I will use to extract the root.txt file inside the root directory. So I'm just closing it and back to the terminal over here. I've just hit enter and hit enter, and after that you can see I have now got access to the root flag. And just let me copy it and go back to the Tryhackme website and hit enter by the root flag and submit it, and you can see we have now solved this room. So congratulations. So if you have learned something in this video, then just don't forget to like it, and make sure you have to subscribe this channel for more such content on these topics. So share this video with your friends who are interested in cybersecurity space. So for today, this is too much. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.